Welcome to Influence, the show about one of the university's founding colleges, the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. I'm your host, Emily Shaw. Today we'll be talking about precision agriculture, and our first guest is Dr. Timothy Bradford, an instructor in the Department of Plant and Soil Sciences. Welcome, Dr. Bradford.
Thank you for having me.
We're so glad to have you today, and we want to talk about precision agriculture.
Okay.
And just give us an overview to start, please.
Well, precision agriculture has been a buzzword for about 20 or 25 years or so. But precision agriculture is not new at all. So the term that we use in precision ag is doing the right thing at the right place at the right time. And that methodology has been around for centuries. I mean, if you go back to Mesopotamia and the early Egyptians, when they were hand planting seeds and harvesting by hand, that in a sense was precision agriculture, because when they would plant the seed, you know where the seed is going, you know how far you're planting it in the ground. As far as irrigation, you know how much water you're putting on it. So those were the early aspects of precision agriculture. Now with technology, we've gotten a lot more advanced and we can do a lot more things, but precision agriculture is a manifested philosophy. And so that philosophy can fit on many different platforms. And as of right now in agriculture, it's an exciting time to be a part of precision agriculture.
I know we have a new certificate program in the college.
Mm-hmm.
What is that bringing to students?
Well, that certificate program actually is going to bring the students the hands-on experience that is required to work in different areas of precision agriculture. So the big push is to assess variability, whether it's in a plant growth environment, whether it's in the soil, whether it's in irrigation, to kind of assess that variability and decide what do we want to do about it. So there are a lot of software out there that allows students to look at these kind of things, make prescription maps, look at soil test analysis, and determine what to do. And so this certificate is aimed to get them comfortable using this software, to think critically about growing situations and crop production scenarios, and also to take the farmer into account. So you would have an instance where the farmer would like to do some sort of precision ag philosophy on their farm, whether it's soil testing, whether it's variable rate irrigation, variable rate herbicide, or using grid soil samples. And the students, based on what they learn coming through the certificate program, they can treat each situation as uniquely as possible to match the grower's needs.
And where do you teach the students this? I think you have a specialized lab?
Yes, we do have a specialized lab. It's in Dorman Hall, room 107, and we've renovated that room, and we're also renovating room 105. And that lab is equipped with a lot of different toys that we play with. So we have 20 workstations, computer workstations, that are fitted with a lot of different software. So we use Ag Leader, use the SMS, we use FarmWorks. And these type of platforms allow students to kind of get their feet wet with the different technologies that certain producers may want to use, they may want to utilize. And so we allow the students to look at maps, make prescription maps, and they go through a series of exercises within the lab to just kind of get them in that mindset of thinking, okay, well, this is how this works, this is how we're going to do it, and this is the outcome.
So last semester you taught for the very first time Precision Agriculture 1,
Yes.
and the current semester Precision Agriculture 2. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Precision Agriculture 1 is more of a foundational approach to the philosophy and the theoretical application of precision ag. So when you think about precision agriculture, agriculture is going to encompass a lot more than just crop production. Right. So you think about things like animal production, you think about forestry, you think about wildlife and fisheries. So there are many aspects of precision agriculture that relates as a whole. And so we try to touch on all of that. It's difficult to do because we only have so many weeks, but right. I try to allow students a broad platform of kind of how this technology started, where it came from, some of the key players, and we briefly talk about just how we use it. Now in Precision Ag 2, if they decide to take Precision Ag 2, if I trick them well enough, it's more so all applications. Okay. So we take these philosophies and we apply them to certain scenarios. So we'll spend time applying precision ag philosophies to soil. We spend time actually allowing them to see how this relates to crop production, how this relates to construction, how it relates to engineering, how it relates to wildlife and fisheries. So we give them a broad platform, and then Precision Ag 2 is really all about the application of this technology.
And super quickly, do students get to work with UAVs?
Yes, well, students get to see UAVs work. There's a process that requires you to be a licensed operator to fly these UAVs, but we do have a simulator that is, the software is on the computer that they can actually train, and they can go through the process of actually getting comfortable with the controls. And you can fly fixed wing aircrafts, you can fly rotocopters, you can even fly an actual bird. And so it's a lot of fun for the students to get to see. So if they do decide they would like to be a remote pilot, they will have that opportunity through this program as well.
Great. And about how many students are in your class?
Well, I have to cap it at 36 per semester for Precision Ag and Precision Ag 2 because we only have 20 workstations.
Okay.
And I typically teach, Precision Ag 1 is typically full all the time. Precision Ag 2 I range from about 25 to 30 or so. And it's a good group of students.
Thank you so much for being here today. When we come back from the break, we'll meet with a student in the Precision Ag Certificate Program.
The sense of place. We all have it, often grown from deep roots in small-town communities. At Mississippi State University, our Carl Small Town Center is strengthening these ties. With nearly 40 years of making a difference, we're revitalizing communities into welcoming places to work, live, and congregate. By weaving together the best pieces of our past with modern technology and amenities, we're creating the hometowns of the future. Places where lifetime memories can be made, where you have all the things you need, along with all the things you want. Through partnerships with our communities, we're identifying improvement opportunities, recommending paths forward, and creating the plans for a better tomorrow. Our world is changing. The way we work, the way we connect, the way we see things around us. At Mississippi State University, we're agents of change, creating our own bright futures, solving real problems, turning challenges into possibilities, and lighting the way to a whole new world of emerging markets. Through MSU's new state-of-the-art Center for Entrepreneurship and Outreach, we're collaborating across campus, sharing perspectives and resources of multiple disciplines to power dreams. But we're so much more than dreamers. We've launched hundreds of student-led businesses, earning millions in revenue, and impacting our state's economy in new and creative ways. We're the next generation of business leaders, and we're ready for a changing world. How do we know we're ready? Because we're the ones changing it. Imagine research that opens new avenues of evidence for crime scenes. We are at Mississippi State University, where we ring true.
Welcome back to Influence. Joining me now is Zachary Treadway, a junior student in the agronomy major. Welcome, Zachary.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
We're so glad to have you. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Zachary.
Well, like you said, I'm a junior. I was raised in Independence, a small town in northeast Tate County in the northwest corner of the state. I grew up on a cattle farm. My grandfather runs about 200 head of cattle, commercial cattle, in Senatobia, just south of Independence. So I've grown up with agriculture my whole life.
And why agronomy then?
People have to eat. People are going to have to eat. People are going to have to wear clothes. And we have a growing population in this world, and there's going to be somebody to bridge that gap between the growing population and filling the needs. I feel like that's where the agronomist comes in.
Absolutely. You specifically have a concentration in integrated pest management. What does that bring to your degree?
Pests are, along with other variables, pests can be a problem when it comes to growing a crop. And there has to be the entomologist, the pest man, to find a way to solve those problems, to keep those pests off the crop so the person eats the crop and not the pest.
Absolutely. So you were a transfer student this past fall from Northwest Community College, and you found yourself enrolled in Precision Agriculture 1. Tell me about that experience.
Oh yeah, we talked earlier, and I hit the ground running because precision agriculture is the way that the agricultural field is going. And I feel like someone who comes and hits the ground running and learns about precision agriculture is going to have an advantage. It's going to be leaps and bounds ahead of someone who doesn't when they get out into that job force and they begin to look for an occupation, because precision ag is the way we're going.
So you're now in Precision Agriculture 2, again with Dr. Bradford. And tell me, across both of those courses, what have you enjoyed the most?
I mean, it's all been a very enlightening experience. I came in not knowing what to expect. Like you said, the first semester was an overview, kind of introduction into precision agriculture. And after leaving this semester, I think I had my last lecture today in this semester actually, and I'll be able to put that knowledge I learned in 1 in Precision Ag 2. I've been able to put it into the SMS and the Ag Leader, and be able to apply those things I learned.
Wonderful. And so you're also a student worker here on campus. How does your work as a student worker complement your degree program?
I began my work with Dr. Trent Irby, the State Extension Soybean Specialist, before I began as a student here at Mississippi State. And it's been, I came out of the summer, started my first semester knowing more than I did when I finished junior college. I work with great people. I've learned a lot, whether it be pest or whether it be weed management. I've just learned so much being hands-on in the field with people like Dr. Irby.
So when you finish next year, what is your direction?
My tentative graduation date will be next May. My plan as of right now is to be able to finish with my bachelor's and then roll right into a master's here at Mississippi State as well.
What do you think this Precision Ag certificate can help you to move forward in the field?
Oh, it's going to be phenomenal. When you come out of college with your terminal degree, with your final degree, and someone sees that you are precision agriculture certified, it's going to look great because that's what they want. It's going to be a step ahead of people who aren't, because that's what we're looking at now is precision agriculture.
Ultimately, what are your career goals?
I would like to get my master's here. We're looking at a PhD too as well while I'm here. Well, I want to go and get it all done, and then just wherever the good Lord takes me from there. Whatever job opportunities, whatever doors open. Of course, I'll stay in agriculture. I'd love to stay in entomology, but just whatever doors open.
So, what would you say to a student who's considering the Precision Agriculture certificate?
Oh, it's definitely the most enlightening 2 semesters that I've had in my college career. From learning what Precision Ag was and Precision Agriculture 1 to being able to apply it to real life situations now. Anyone that'll listen, I preach, take Precision Agriculture under Dr. Bradford most definitely.
Great. And in the lab experience, was there one thing that just really stood out for you that you really enjoyed?
Yeah, I've enjoyed all of it. A lot of it does make you scratch your head, and you spend a lot of time staring at a screen, just not wanting to just grab it and shake it but instructors like Dr. Bradford and Dr. Fox, they're always there. And then after you get done, after you get past those roadblocks, you understand what you're doing, and you feel comfortable being able to apply that to a real world situation.
Great. Thank you for joining us today on Influence and hearing about precision agriculture and the Precision Agriculture Certificate in the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences at Mississippi State University. We hope you'll join us next time on Influence.